all of a sudden, more than a dozen security guards rushed over. "Sorry, I didn't mean it." Seeing the security guards rushing over, Feng hurriedly pushed away the black-haired beauty, rushed into the elevator, and pressed down on the 38th floor. When the security guard rushed to the elevator door, he found that Feng had already gone up in the elevator. "Manager Zhao, are you okay? What happened just now?" The security captain looked at the black-haired beauty with some puzzlement and asked. "Just now, a food delivery man came in from somewhere and molested me. You guys quickly catch him. I'm going to send this pervert to the police station." The black silk beauty blinked her sexy eyes, and her eye sockets began to turn red. "But..." The security captain was a little embarrassed. "But what?" The black silk beauty frowned and shouted. "This kid went to the 38th floor. Mr. Wu said that without his permission, no one can go to the 38th floor." The security captain looked at the beauty and said helplessly. Hearing this, the beauty in black silk froze for a moment. Then he gritted his teeth and said bitterly, "Then wait here for me and block all the exits of the building. I don't believe that this pervert can come down today." On the other side, after entering the elevator, Feng looked at his right hand helplessly. Although the two balls of the beautiful woman just now are full, the touch is very good. But he also knew that he was in big trouble this time. But Feng is not in the mood to care so much now. He just wants to find out what is going on with the money as soon as possible. A minute later, the elevator reached the 38th floor. Feng walked out of the elevator and found that the entire 38th floor was actually an office. The decoration inside is extremely luxurious, and this location just overlooks the entire Jiangcheng city, giving it the feeling of seeing all the small mountains at a glance. At this time, a middle-aged man in a suit and tie was sitting on the boss chair. After seeing Feng coming in, he got up quickly, walked up to Feng, and said respectfully, "Master Zhang, you are here. Are you the one who called me just now?" Feng frowned and asked. "Well, let me introduce myself first. My name is Feng Jihua, and I am the general manager of Grand Group." Feng Jihua said with a smile. Oh. Feng nodded, looked around the office, and asked, "You called me just now and said that I have an inheritance to inherit. What's going on?" "Master Zhang, that's it. Do you remember that your grandfather had a cousin?" Feng Jihua asked Feng softly. "Grandpa's cousin?" Feng was stunned for a moment instinctively, and then suddenly remembered that he had indeed met his grandfather's cousin when he was a child. However, when Feng was in elementary school, his family members said that he had passed away. "Master Zhang, it's like this, that cousin of your grandfather is the chairman of our Grand Group. At the beginning of founding the group, Mr. Zhang immigrated abroad and lived alone. Because he has no children and no relatives in his life, all his property during his lifetime will be inherited by you alone." Feng Jihua said slowly. "I inherit alone?" Hearing this, Feng was stunned for a moment. He never thought that this kind of thing that only appeared in TV dramas would happen to him. "That's right, let me give you a brief introduction to Mr. Zhang's inheritance. He has a deposit of 1 billion yuan in China, and I have already transferred it to you in advance. But this is only a small part of it. Because Mr. Zhang has lived abroad for a long time, in addition to the Huaxiam Grand Group, his inheritance also includes the European Terrence Group, the American MassMutual Group, and many African oil companies." As he spoke, Feng Jihua took out a document from the drawer and then began to introduce Feng to the inheritance he was going to inherit. At the beginning, Feng was still listening carefully to Feng Jihua's introduction. But after hearing it, Feng felt as if he was dreaming, and couldn't help interrupting Feng Jihua, and confirmed again, "Then what, Mr. Feng, you don't need to introduce, are you sure these are all mine?" "Sure." Feng Jihua looked at Feng and nodded sincerely. "Then how much are these assets worth together?" Feng continued to ask. "Well..." Feng Jihua was stunned for a moment, and then said softly, "Master Zhang, the sum of these funds should be conservatively estimated to be 10 trillion US dollars. 10 trillion? And in dollars?" Hearing Feng Jihua's words, Zhang Feng's eyes widened and his voice trembled a little. Right. Feng Jihua looked at Zhang Feng and nodded silently. This is impossible. Zhang Feng shook his head, and then said, You must be lying to me. It is true that my grandfather has a cousin, but if he is really so rich, why do I never know about it? A total of 10 trillion yuan, rich list there should be him too. Master Zhang, are you talking about the Forbes rich list? Feng Jihua looked at Zhang Feng and smiled. That's right, that's the list. If he was really so rich, he should have been on the list long ago, right? Zhang Feng asked. Master Zhang, let me tell you this, those people you can see on the rich list are not really rich. They are on the list just to increase their fame and obtain better social resources. Mr. Zhang has already passed that stage. He has lived abroad for a long time, but he just doesn't want to expose his identity. Zhang Feng looked at Feng Jihua and felt that he should not have lied. Even if he was a liar, he wouldn't lie to a pauper like himself. Okay, then I want to inherit this inheritance, is there any requirement? Zhang Feng calmed down his excitement, and then asked.